Hey you, so on this video, how to earn money off gold and silver, or how to make the most money off of gold and silver. So it's actually where you're making some form of an income off of gold and silver. I'll be going over just that. So if you like what you see / hear and you haven't done so already, up goes the weasel, please do go ahead and subscribe, and also let me know of any ways that you make money off of gold and silver, and I'll be breaking down what I mean by make money off of gold and silver down below in the comments. So first off, what I would say is I'll try and visualize it here. When I say make money, it's going to be ways, whereas a lot of people say it's not a dividend paying asset, and technically isn't, but there are ways that you can actually make money, make some form of an income monthly. And I'll put that into perspective visually here and say you could make just a 1/10 gold piece. So you could make equivalent to a 1/10 gold piece, a 1/4 ounce gold piece, or even a 1 ounce gold piece. You could make this a month if you do the things that I'm going to be mentioning in this video and do them right. Nothing comes for free and nothing's easy. So there's most definitely going to be a hustle and a lot of grinding on your end. But having gold and silver and associating these things that I'm going to mention in this video can pay you a 1/10 of gold a month, can pay you a 1/4 ounce of gold a month, and can pay you 1 ounce of gold a month. And there could be, people making a lot more of that. And this is going to be off their physical gold and silver that you see right here. Or you could be making all of the silver that I've got right here a month. I believe there's a tube and some there. So jumping into this, there's going to be ways that you can capitalize off of your gold and silver. So the first way I would say is going to be exactly the means that you're watching this video on, and that's going to be creating a gold and silver vlogging channel. I call it vlogging. I think I'm the first to do that because it's technically what you're doing. It's because it's different and it has a different aspect to it. You're not showing your face, but you are, if it's daily or weekly or monthly, you're documenting your journey with gold and silver metals, be it rhodium, platinum, whatever that may be. But creating a channel leads to another avenue. Now, of course, when you're looking at YouTube, now we mentioned this a few times in this video, the second you get on there, depending on why you get on there, if it's not for an extreme hobby or passion, train spotting or something like that, once you get down onto this platform, it's always going to be about monetizing and merchandise. It's just the way life is now in today's world. People don't watch TV, they watch YouTube. They have their favorite YouTubers and they support them. There's ways to support them. If it's Patreon or, donations, each and every channel is different. Just because I may not do all of the things mentioned that I'm going to be doing doesn't mean I disagree or disapprove of them or think they're immoral. In the end of the day, that's the life we live today, and this is how people get their grind. And, I can really respect that. Many of the things I'm going to mention in, I may do just a couple of them. But, creating a gold and silver vlogging channel where you document your journey, whether you're a beginner or you're a pro or you're, someone making the mistakes as they move along. Documenting that journey can lead to a successful YouTube channel. What's a successful YouTube channel? Anything where YouTube has set the standard now, and I believe you need to have more than 1,000 subs, and then you're able to monetize your channel. Don't hold me to that. I know the criteria is constantly changing, but from when you're able to monetize your channel, you're then able to put ads on your channel. I have ads on my channel. Some have complained and some just know it's all part of the grind. If you don't approve of it and you don't do it on your channel, I tip my hat to you. We all come in different shapes and sizes, but from doing that, you could then make an income. Incomes vary. This is why I said you can make a 1/10 to a 1 ounce or even a 1 ounce of silver. Each content creator could tell you how much they make, and it all varies on how well you do. But that is most definitely one of the ways that you can definitely capitalize off of your gold and silver, where it's paying you a form of a monthly income. And so the next one that leads off the tail end off of that is going to be creating merchandise or even creating poured silver, which seems to be one of the best, most profitable ways I've seen people have been able to utilize their channel on top of creating, a good channel where they're getting ad revenue. And that's going to be from creating poured silver. That could be poured silver, channel bars, channel rounds, physical gold and silver here, even merchandise for when you go into the t-shirts and mugs and apparel, any type of clothing. That's going to be another very profitable way. Of course, you need to have a successful channel to do that. Once again, what is a successful channel? A channel can have a low amount of physical subs. People just may not want to support you like that, but you can have lots of views. That just means the great thing about YouTube is they don't need to like you to help you in the end of the day, depending on what they do with their ad blockers and the likes of. So, it's really about views and whether you're getting that type of attention to then move on and have somebody back you and purchase your products and stuff like that. That's another extremely profitable way, but once again, it takes a successful YouTube channel to be able to then push product and services, where you can now pull your bars. And once again, this is not something that I do myself, but I think it's a fantastic idea. I tip my hat to anybody that's been able to put themselves in that situation where they can now capitalize like that. These are things that they've been presented to me in the past. Just put that out there. I'm not by the name brand ones that do the majority of the channels. I've had proposals in the past to create a channel bar and the likes of, and it just wasn't me. It just wasn't my thing. But once again, these are most definite ways that you can capitalize on your gold and silver. The next method would be to get into collector coins. Now, this is something that I've personally done on the channel and documented. Risky. The first two I would say doesn't come with too much risk. You just need to put the work in, i.e. build your channel, and then you can advertise your channel and then keep at a steady pace, and you'll roughly get about the same every month, and then you're able to tap into your subscriber base and then sell them the products that you create because they want to support and fund you that way. When you're getting into collector coins, it's more of a gamble. But as we've seen with the recent time of releasing this video, it was a 2019 reverse proof. You've seen the gold Una and the Lion, even the silver Una and the Lion. This is just a tiny example of reputable mints that have made coins that have been smashed out the park. I mean, technically, you could just get into any one of the coins I mentioned one time of the year, be lucky enough to get into those, and you can, triple, double, quadruple your money fold. And this is if you're looking at gold and silver and playing the game. And the game is you got to be in it to win it. So if you're not a pure generic stacker and just ignoring everything else, and you want to take that gamble, then you could really, really gain in the end. I know a lot of people that bought 1 ounce of silver for damn near $60 and was able to then cash that in and still buy 3 ounces of gold. So, and this is just from the sales of the reverse proof silver American Eagle. The sales of the gold Una Lion was phenomenal for people cashing out. So, most definitely another fantastic way to capitalize. As I've mentioned, I've done it in the past. It's been more hits than misses, but the misses ain't that bad. I've missed out on a good few hits, but I would have got the two just mentioned. I was asked if I tried. As I mentioned, with the reverse proof, it was pointless. You had many people in the US that had, I believe, up to 5 people attending to purchase for them and barely got one. So imagine being across the pond waiting for dealers to get them in. I do know a few German dealers that got them and they didn't even bother putting them up. I think they done backdoor, backhand deals, under the table deals where they just fully cashed in. It wasn't even going to be a situation, but it just goes to show when something's in demand and it's extremely hot, we won't even get a look in. There was no chance that was going to happen. And the same thing happened with the Una and the Lion. Funnily enough, it was something that UK residents were able to secure instantly. But it's funny because I believe there was a few foreign buyers, but no one knew it was going to be that hot. If you had some type of heads up that it was going to be a blazing hot coin, or even the gold would demand crazy prices, which I don't think will hold, but time will tell. I don't think it's going to tank back down to its low numbers. Then we would have saw a lot more interest. But the Royal Mint is infamous for just putting up a roadblock and, sell out any mint, any good reputable mint. I don't believe I've seen it on the Perth Mint. Although their stuff becomes extremely hard to secure, they haven't had a gridlock, ridiculous. I'm not saying none of their coins have gone and demanded crazy premiums, but it's not been nothing like that. But, once again, getting into the collector coins is a most definite way that you can capitalize off of your gold and silver. And that's putting a bit more in, taking that risk, buying your high premium stuff, but then also getting a lot more out. So then another way is going to be a way I also don't partake in. I've got someone I speak with and there's always talking to me about getting into this and maybe talking more on it. And I'm always saying, well, look, it's not something I personally do, so I don't want to speak on it because I don't have too much experience on it whatsoever. But that's getting into the paper market and also believe it's the mining shares. So, you know, anybody watching this is, you don't hold it, you don't own it. It's going to be physical, physical, physical. But with any paper market, you're going to have that liquidity and that trading, rogue cowboy trading aspect towards it. You know, high spikes, low dumps, somewhat technically associated with the physical, but a lot more manipulated. So I know people that have a field day in the paper market, you know, whereas they're able to secure themselves a 1/10 ounce every other month and every end of the month. But as mentioned, I'm not too vast in that information area there, so it's not something I've personally done or could physically see myself getting involved in. It's when I'm asked a lot of times about stock market and anything that I'm interested in. If anything, any type of virtual market I got into, I chose to go into the crypto market. There's a few coins that I've backed. There's a few projects that I'm watching and paying attention to. And that's where I am when we're talking the virtual, non-physical. When it's the market like the paper market in gold and silver, it's a market I haven't been involved in. But I believe there is many opportunities there. And I have seen a few YouTubers even comment and talk on how well that market has worked for them. So it's definitely something that you can get into. Once again, I would put that in the high to medium high risk area. Also, you know, you could lose the shirt off your back if you're not careful. So that's going to be the top 4 ways that I believe you can capitalize or make money off of your gold and silver. Rundown once again is going to be creating a gold and silver vlogging channel or a stacking channel where you're showing your unboxings, you're speaking about your experiences. You've just got into physical, you love it so much. Before you got into it, you was watching loads and loads of videos. Wasn't the case for myself, and then you decide to do it for yourself. And then, you know, there is a means to capitalize off of that, and that's just the YouTube model and plan. You know, build up enough subscribers, you're able to monetize. They then put the ads on and you receive a monthly check. If your channel is big enough, you can then platform off of that to create merchandise. That could be anywhere from poured silver to, you know, mugs, t-shirt, cups, whatever that may be, a service that you're now able to provide through gold and silver. And then you can take it a step further, going deeper and deeper down into the rabbit hole and get into the collector coins. You know, we've seen a few out there that do fantastically well. Easily 98% don't do fantastically well, so it's very dangerous. You have to be very careful, but you know, there is opportunities there. And then you can get into the paper and the mining shares and the likes of, all associated with the gold and silver and the physical, but another form of a somewhat of a higher risk. But that's going to be the ways that you can earn money or maximize the money you earn off of gold and silver, guys. So I'd love to know any ways that you make money off of your gold and silver down below in the comments. So hey, or love it, please do let me know what you think of this video. Please do go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll catch you guys on the rebound.